they make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Badgers will kick off first, and here we go. From inside the 10, here he comes. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something with it.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Touchdown, Gators! He got it loose, and it was lights out after that. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. Caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. At the 40, there he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first downs.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The offense changing the play. Joseph. Got it in the middle. It's Kearney. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Finds us back in the middle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way then converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Joseph, bringing the heat. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Throwing Joseph. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort.
There's some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he tacked on the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Fires to the right, and it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
He's going to run it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
3rd and short now from their own 48. Balls and fired complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Gators have this offense rolling. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ball. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers, because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Joseph. He fires to the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads it downfield. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Running inside. It's Ball. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's the one thing this offensive coordinator always stresses is having balance in the offense. First play you throw it, get a nice one. Second play you run it and get another nice one. And this defense is totally on their heels. They literally just get on the field. We're approaching the third play of the drive, and already this defense finds themselves in their own red zone.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Gators will try to punch it in on first and goal. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Florida! Gets it into the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got room to work. There he goes. Got enough for the first. Inside the 50. At the 30. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Badgers.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you get handed off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And the point after is good. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Looking to throw on first down. Stepping to the right. He'll try to do it himself. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now on first and 10 from the 29. To the ground. He's got it again. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Handoff for Ball. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
These corners going to give these receivers some space. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From the gun, running back on the move. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Throwing Joseph. Here's the pressure. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Looking for a big play. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Badgers have it with a 1st and goal. Running the red zone. It's Dupree. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Using his legs, it's Dupree. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys.
Looking long. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their second timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home and get him on the ground. He's got to...
Snags it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Florida!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph. Using his legs to buy some time. Throws for the tight end. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
All right, that's a play that I'd like to see the quarterback just take off and run it himself. And I love his mindset. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to throw this, we're going to get this first down, I have a play. But Sometimes you just got to know, man, at this point, I'm out here on the perimeter. It's just me and these defenders one-on-one. I've got to trust in my speed and my athleticism to go make this work.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They're going to ride this running back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, I know you're down. I think it's always harder when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Badger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
David, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. We've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. If you can't jump out of your gap, you can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush.
He wants to take the top off. Upstairs he's got it. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Gator! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. From the gun, running back gets the give. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Pocket breaking down. Got out of trouble and throws. Wide open downfield. There he goes. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now we may have a situation here. You might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's ball. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The give to the lone running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Under fire. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that 1st down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down, and you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Tries to get it on the ground. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Here's a little room there.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the 1st down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing and take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the 1st down, but they were still pursuing. They still got hats to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play now.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
They showed this run in the 1st half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the 2nd half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I'd like to see the receivers do a better job fighting to get open on that scramble play. The quarterback's flushed out. He's working to his left. You now need to break the route off. You got to run with him. Someone's got to go down the boundary. Someone's got to come back to the quarterback and give him a place to go with the ball.
Pressure coming. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Quick completion on the out route, and he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with fourth. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Going for the marker on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Maybe a crease. Got enough for the first. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
They'll run it here on third and goal. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's fourth down for this defense.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again. So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last fourth down.
Didn't Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's ball. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. So first down will open up the final period. They'll run play action. He tries to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Badger! A pick 6.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And he puts through the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's ball. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a... And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Touchdown, Wisconsin! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And the Gators come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Off play action on first down. Looking left. Quick completion on the out. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Pryor. Hard running there. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Finds a man on the left. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
The Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. And they got him.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry up. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Touchdown, Gators! Makes the grab inbounds!
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard. Really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And right down the middle. So an 82-yard drive there, and the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense.
Finding some room. Touchdown, Badgers! And the punishment has been extended.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's ball. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long, and now it's 2nd and a mile. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Stumbled to the ground.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And he throws another interception. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
To advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's ball. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And, man, he really hasn't been the problem today. How about that? He's rushed for over 100 yards, another big chunk play on the ground. They've continued to be able to run the football well, but here now in the second half, you've built yourself a deficit. I wonder how many more runs they got in him. They got to open this passing attack up and make some big plays.
The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Gators are in the hurry-up. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss.